Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the game's at the moment. Bring this South American dog at Chelsea Football Club. Let him join up with another South American, the likes of Enzo Fernandez. This is where all the focus is at the moment. We get this area of the field sorted. It's going to look a lot better next season. Trust me. Let's go.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the focus is. A lot that is going on in regards to Manuel Ugarte. I am so glad. Literally about a week ago, I was saying, there's no links towards Manuel Ugarte. It's a particular player I think will be very suitable for our midfield, and I think the combination between him and Enzo Fernandez will be something to look forward to. Both South American, they've got that dog in them. Both understand each other's game from playing against each other in the Portuguese league. It'll be very, very complimentary in my personal opinion. Let's start having a look at the news that's been circulating around in regards to Ugarte, and then we'll talk a little bit further about it. First up, from Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano is the one who's been pumping out a lot of news in regards to this particular player now for both PSG and Chelsea's perspective. Chelsea and PSG are fighting for Ugarte. Both are speaking to the player's side. This is from Fabrizio Romano. Fantastic to see. Next up, Chelsea and PSG both want to negotiate around Ugarte's 52 million release clause, so pay over installments. So roughly around 60 million euros, which comes down to about 52 million pounds release clause. And I think that's a decent amount of price for a very, very good player in the defensive midfield role. So at the moment, people are, both sides are looking at paying that over installment. So let's see what happens down the track, because I think PSG is obviously looking to trigger that release clause, and Chelsea are looking to match that by triggering it as well. It all comes down to what extra can each of these clubs can do for the club. Sporting Lisbon, and also for the player in terms of wages. Sources: Chelsea discussed internally how to attack the Ugarte situation. The idea of a loan player as a sweetener has been discussed, with Santos and Chukwuemeka's names currently floated. Look, personally, I don't want to get rid of Chukwuemeka. I honestly think there is a lot of value in Chukwuemeka. So I would like to keep Chukwuemeka at Chelsea Football Club next season, and really look to develop him. In regards to Santos, I don't mind. I don't mind if Chelsea offload Santos to Sporting Lisbon just to sort of sweeten the deal. I think it'll be very, very beneficial for Santos as well to get that experience in first team football at a European stage. Don't forget, Santos hasn't touched European football, is coming straight from the Brazilian. I think he was not even in the first league. He was in the second league with Vasco da Gama. I think Vasco da Gama now has got promoted to the first division, and now he's playing for them in the first division, but he was previously in the second division. So I don't mind keeping Santos either, but I'd rather, if it was between Santos and Chukwuemeka, my preference would be Chukwuemeka to stay and perhaps sweeten the deal with Sporting Lisbon for Manuel Ugarte by loaning Santos for a season until they find a replacement. So look, I'm down. Let me know. Would you guys be open to perhaps loaning one of these players, Chukwuemeka or Santos? I wouldn't sell though. I really wouldn't sell. I think there is good value on both Santos and Chukwuemeka to stay at Chelsea Football Club long term, especially Chukwuemeka. Man, I think he's a talented youngster. Chelsea and PSG have many players to offload. There could be players included in a deal for Manuel Ugarte, as we've already mentioned, from London First. By the way, follow London First, ladies and gentlemen. PYS co-owner over there, and they're getting a lot of news firsthand. So make sure you follow that. I'm down to offload some players. We've got a lot of players to offload. I'm absolutely down. But let me know in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, if it was between Santos and Chukwuemeka, would you be open to perhaps offloading one of the players on a loan? I wouldn't sell, but let me know if you would sell for Ugarte. Let me know if you would entertain that. It's up to Ugarte to decide now and what Sporting think is the best proposal. This is from Fabrizio Romano, because Yeah, PSG and Chelsea, we're doing the same thing in terms of offer. So it's now up to Chelsea. There's some rumors going around. Apparently, Chelsea will pay a couple of more million extra on top. They will have a better pay package for Ugarte. Look, I don't know how much Ugarte is on Sporting Lisbon. I highly doubt it'll be in the vicinity of 100k per week or anything like that. I think it'll be somewhere around what Enzo Fernandez was, right? Roughly around 50, 60,000 per week when he was in Benfica. Maybe it was even less. I don't know. Maybe it was like 30,000. So I think it might have been 30,000 because I think he tripled his wages at Chelsea Football Club. So Ugarte could be in that vicinity. I'd say anywhere around 120, 130k per week. Ugarte should be over the moon for that level of money because that would potentially mean tripling, quadrupling his current income. I highly doubt he's on anything exorbitant over there in Sporting Lisbon. So if we can manage to do that, offload, honestly speaking, and I don't. It's not just Ugarte. I would love to get Caicedo as well. Get rid of all the other midfielders that we have. Get rid of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Get rid of Kovacic as well because looks like he doesn't want to stick around. Get rid of Conor Gallagher. Simply does not fit. Not Chelsea quality. Mason Mount's on the way out as well. Get rid of any midfielder that just simply does not fit. Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well, and then buy these players. And then I think the South American trio of Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, and Ugarte, that would be unbelievable. And don't forget, South American manager in the likes of Mauricio Pochettino. I think it will go down very brilliantly next season. We need to build the squad smartly. Chelsea are on it with Ugarte because PSG are on it. They want to fight and try to sign him. Chelsea also have Caicedo in the list for this position and are following other midfielders. Look, I would love both. I honestly would love both. I don't want one or the other. I don't want just Ugarte and not Caicedo. I would love us to focus on Caicedo as well. Even if we do end up getting Ugarte, which, look, there's no guarantee. PSG is fighting for it as well. But I would love to get Caicedo. I think Caicedo is definitely, he's a game changer in midfield. Along with Enzo Fernandez, will be a sensational game changer for us. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Mason Mount news. Mason Mount is a doubt for the game against Newcastle in what could be his farewell. This is from Simon Johnson from The Athletic. Even Nizar Kinsella was saying that this could be his farewell game. He was destined to feature a little bit so that he can say thank you to the crowd at the end of the match and whatnot. Look, I'm sad that this situation it's come to this particular position. I've said it in recent times. I've got no issues in having Mason Mount around in the team. Excuse me for a sec. I wouldn't mind having Mason Mount around in the team. There is value in having him from a rotational standpoint, from off the bench impact. And yeah, if he gets back his form the way we saw in that Champions League season, then by no means he could be a regular starter for Chelsea Football Club. But it seems like his mind is quite set on leaving at the moment. The level of money that is getting floated around, apparently that he wants is more than 200k, and it's something that Chelsea simply cannot offer at the moment with no Europe, with no with wages, wage structure that our owners are looking to decrease, financial fair play situation. It's just simply, Mason Mount is a victim of the circumstance. Had he already done all of this with the last regime, no problems. He's just, it's unlucky for him. The new owners have come in, and the new owners, it's a new set of rules, new set of situation that's happening to us at the moment. We find ourselves in a very dire position where we don't have any Europe, and he finds himself, as I said, as a victim of the circumstance. And now it looks like more and more he's going to be leaving. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, clubs approached Chelsea for Mount and they were told no less than 70 million. Look, we've got to be somewhat realistic. I can understand, go out there and put that price tag of about 70 million, no problems. But there is no way with 1 year left in his contract, clubs, especially rival clubs within Premier League, is going to be entertaining anything around 70 million. I think anywhere between 50 to 60, Chelsea should be all over that. And I think the word in the streets, well, the words from Fabrizio Romano, is that opposition teams are looking at 15 to 20 million less than the proposed price tag. So if Chelsea are wanting about 70 million, shave off about 15 to 20 million, which is, let's say at least 50 million, it comes down to, that's about the right price. That's actually about the right price. Chelsea have been trying the last 2 to 3 months to offer Mount a new deal, also with improved terms. This is from Fabrizio Romano. And a lot of people, they've been saying no, they've not been trying. And look, a lot of people are already, atting Alex Goldberg, CFC Daily, because these are the couple of, people in social media, in Twitter, who's been saying that no, they've not been trying, and they're still quite adamant. I completely believe. I find it very strange to think that our owners, our board, have been able to find deals seamlessly, have been able to find deals for Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Chalobah, but we can't seem to be getting a deal for Mason Mount. I find that very, very strange. And this over here from Fabrizio Romano, absolutely putting it out there that last 2 to 3 months, Chelsea has been trying. And this is why I said, if Mason Mount truly wants to be at Chelsea Football Club, he'll find a way. If one individual ever wants something so deeply, they will find a way. And it's down to compromising. Come to a middle ground. You want something, the club is offering you something, come to a middle ground. It's simple as that, right? Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is Frank Lampard confirms Reece James. We need to talk about Reece James. A lot of people are telling me, Miz, show me the same energy for Reece James. You talk very, very negatively about other players that are injury prone. Talk about Reece James. All right, we're going to talk about Reece James because I'm not one of those fans that have one rule for one and the other rule for another. In context, it's got to be in context. Like some people recently have said, Miz, have the same energy for Sterling when you talk about Mudryk. It's not the same case, man. Like Mudryk is in his early days, and Sterling, is a well experienced. But I can't have the same energy for both. Do you know what I mean? Mudryk's got quite a lot to develop. Sterling, I think, can be an important player. And I know Sterling misses as well, and Mudryk has missed in recent times. But Sterling, I completely believe if he's surrounded with the right environment, right players, I'm sure he'll still miss, but he will put away chances. Whereas with Mudryk, I don't know too much about that player. And now that monumental miss that he's had, he's got to really work hard. But coming back to this point, Frank Lampard confirms Reece James has had a setback in his recovery from a hamstring injury and is having scans. Mount is a major doubt for potential Stamford Bridge send-off versus Newcastle on Sunday. So both of these players are Reece James definitely not going to be available. Mason Mount looks like he's going to be doubtful as well. I'm pretty certain he won't be around. Reece James, ladies and gentlemen. Reece James, another setback apparently. Another setback, another injury. And this is now just compounding on a regular basis. I want to showcase to you my recent tweet on Reece James. By the way, there's a tweet that I had in regards to Ugarte and Enzo Fernandez. Bring them, man. Chelsea, make this happen. Make this happen. But this is what I said about Reece James. Reece James is the only current Cobham graduate who I feel is world-class, can win you games defensively and offensively. However, these constant injuries since he started for Chelsea is concerning. If he predominantly misses next season, then it could be curtains on his Chelsea career. Yeah, and there was a particular individual that shared this. Have a look at his injury list, ladies and gentlemen. Way back from 1920. As I said, from the start of his Chelsea career, he's been injured every single season and for a long time. And this is a concern. And if this continues next season as well, I think he's going to be in trouble for his Chelsea career. I really do. Because that will be 4 seasons of just pure and brutal injuries left, right, and center. Ankle injury, 7 days. Bruise, 14 days. Knock, 7 days. 2021, ankle injury, 14, 25, 49 days, 10 days, 18 days, 11 matches missed. Like, he's missing a lot of matches, this particular individual. All the way back from season 1920 till now, season 22-23. He is missing many days. He is missing many, many matches as well. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, for me, if Reece James can't sort it out next season, we're going to seriously have to think about this player. We really do. Because what's the point? If he's predominantly not around, what is the point? Reece James' statement on Instagram: I'm sure you've seen the news. I won't be back for the last game. It's been tough for me. I'm sorry this season hasn't gone as well as we all wanted. Next season, I'll be back stronger than ever, and we will be back fighting for trophies. Stay well and see you all soon. Love you all, Reece James. I mean, thank you for the message on the Instagram. Fighting for trophies. Look, that's ambitious. I like that. I like that attitude in Reece James. He's always been one of those players who's been very positive and always sort of put his front foot forward by saying, Chelsea Football Club, we always fight for trophies. But look, I'll calm down about the trophy stuff next season, man. Let's see if we can land sixth at least, from my personal opinion. I know a lot of you guys have high ambitions next season, but from the shambolic situation that we're in, I don't want to set up, that level of expectation. But Reece James, ladies and gentlemen, has to sort his body out. Like next season, the medical staff, Poch, and his backroom stuff that's going to come in, they've got to really work hard to ensure we can keep Reece James fit for a long period of time, because Reece James, a fit Reece James, we will win more games. Defensively and offensively. He's that important. We will win more games. But one more season like this, massive question marks will be asked. Do you know what I mean? Lampard, I don't want this to sound too corny, but I will never feel like I'm saying goodbye to fans. I live close enough to the stadium and I will be back at Chelsea many times. Look, last game in charge, thank God, on Sunday. Look, this is what I'm going to say. I've always been a particular person who's been able to separate the two, the player and the manager. Player, I love him, man. What he did for us, I still have some fond memories. My late teens, early 20s. Amazing, amazing superstar, right? Amazing player, amazing ability. And the records, show for that. Manager, oh my days. What a nightmare. What a nightmare of a manager. I never, ever would like to see Frank Lampard manage Chelsea Football Club ever again. I don't want to see him manage, full stop. He needs to wake up. Like, his record is abysmal. One of the worst, if not, there's a tag that's getting floated around. He is potentially the worst Premier League manager of all times. Of all times. Have a look at his record. In this interim, setup that he's come back at, 10 matches, 8 losses, 1 draw, 1 win. I think overall in his last 20 or something matches, he's had 2 wins. It's mad. But look, hopefully we can give him a nice send-off. Hopefully Chelsea can do something at Stamford Bridge. Highly doubted against Newcastle. They're buzzing. Newcastle's a very good team. We are a nightmare team at the moment. We don't play as a team. We don't act as a team. We don't play as a team. There is no chemistry. There's no camaraderie. There's nothing. So if we can get a draw, send off Frank Lampard and send off all the other players that are going to leave at the end of this season, that's the only thing I can ask for. I think it could be 9, 10, 11 players. This is the mission. It will be a big revolution at Chelsea. They want to sell players as soon as possible, to be prepared to sign players in the months of July and August. This is from Fabrizio Romano. As we said, plenty of sales will happen, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that's everything that has been floating around at Chelsea Football Club over the last 12 to 24 hours or so. Let me know what your thoughts are, especially the Ugarte situation and Reece James. Let me know in the comment section. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I shall see you guys for a live tomorrow. We'll see whether, if anything, is popping off in news section, or we might even talk about that video that I wanted to do with all of you guys in regards to keep, sell, loan, tier listing that we can do live as well. So until next time, everyone, take care. See ya.